Hello and welcome to the Our Metroidvania Podcast. This is Cauldrath from the Our Metroidvania subreddit and Discord.
Hi, this is Master. I'm also from there.
Hello, I'm Atcero, and I'm also from there.
And we're resuming the monthly tradition of watching a bunch of new trailers for Metroidvanias that are either coming up or have just released.
Yep.
Newish, you might say.
Newish.
Yes.
Title drop. Alright. So yeah, this is the first one on the list. Have a nice death.
Ah, good morning, Death. What a lovely day to be alive, wouldn't you say? Ready for another busy week in the afterlife? Oh my, busy may have been an understatement. Evidently, your sorrows have been working overtime. Oh my, really? Wow, that is truly unprofessional. Now, Death, we talked about this. Try not to lose your temper again. Maybe it's about time your subordinates showed you some respect. Well, you know what they say. If you want things done right, it's best to do them yourself.
I love that. That is adorable.
It's cute. I do like the cute Scully boy who's texting on his phone in the bathroom or whatever.
He was at his desk. He was just looking at his coffin phone.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of cinematic stuff here.
Not too much gameplay, but
Yeah.
I mean the gameplay seems fine. Like it seems good, but I don't really know much about it. It's hard to say, you know.
Yeah, like they hid the HUD. You could see numbers popping up, which seems to indicate that it's probably going to have some sort of RPG elements, or at least maybe like a charm system. Just something that lets you alter your damage amounts for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it was like pretty focused on being able to dash around, so combat's probably going to be fast. One of the last things is it's showing them using the dash to get out of range of a melee attack, which makes me think that it's not an iframe dodge. So I like that. Yeah, like right here. If that had iframes, then he wouldn't have dashed away. He would have just dashed in place.
Seems pretty quick and acrobatic. You just kind of zip across the screen with your dashes and your attacks.
Mm-hmm. Fixed dash distance? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's a fixed dash.
See that's a toilet. Said it was an
yeah.
office.
Oh, I thought you meant this scene. Okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I'll have to see the next trailer that comes out for it. But, I mean, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, didn't it say spring 2022? So it's actually coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, I suppose.
Yeah. It's
The
no
fact
Silk
that
Song, but...
the fact that it came out at that the trailer was shown at the Game Awards means that it probably has a good budget behind it.
Well, look at the cinematic. I mean, animation looks beautiful, so...
Oh, yeah.
They spent a pretty penny on it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty, it looks stylized. It's not distractingly bright like certain other high-budget Metroidvanias to come out recently.
Mhm. Yeah, it does seem it's like mostly monochromatic, and then it has like red and some of the other things. So like emphasizes the color more.
Mm-hmm. Early access, March 2022. Okay.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
yeah.
An
Oh, yeah.
unfortunate necessity for many games these days.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder how they'll do that though. Is it just going to be part of the map? Or are they gonna
To be honest, we haven't seen shit about the map, so it's
oh,
kind of
that's
hard
the
to.
Metroidvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we didn't see much on the map, or if there is one. So I mean, is it a Metroidvania, or is it just gonna be a fun platformer? I mean,
What
I'm
did-
fine with either.
What did Deedlit do for their early access release?
I don't know. Eidlit is dead to me.
Well, you know how
not
D-Lit was
bad.
pretty linear, like how you could effectively split it into stages. It was like the first couple. I think it was the first 3 stages were available, and then like when you beat the boss at the end, it's just like you're done.
That is sad.
Yeah.
It is.
Hmm.
So hopefully this game is a Metroidvania, and they just wanted to focus on combat for the trailer.
Yeah. I was
That's
thinking like trying to look for entrances to rooms and stuff, and like I don't see anything.
But it's mainly
He's-
boss
yeah.
fights.
Yeah. We're just in an arena fighting enemies for every clip.
There was one small segment where it had like you're on the bottom of a platform, and then there was an upper platform, and then they broke a wall like next to the upper platform. So that kind of could indicate the Metroidvania.
It looks like
And this area looks
Yeah.
Metroidvania.
for a second I was thinking the background object was like a wall to just lock you in an arena, but that's clearly not true.
Well, it could be like that laser on the left is something that shows up, and then just to lock you into place, so you have
Yeah.
to kill all the enemies, and then.
I was thinking, but the enemy just kind of walked through it. It didn't really.
Well,
I think
usually
it
the
was just
enemies can
background
go
object.
through those, but then the player can't.
Oh yeah, like that. I don't know if that's pretty obviously a breakable wall though. Where was that? Oh, it's right after this. Wasn't it? No. Right there. I skipped it again.
Can't see the doors on the sides of the screen because of the
I know, and I can't
Attack
get
on
rid of
Titan
it.
and Call of Duty crossover.
I care about that. And I can't get rid of it. Because it's GameSpot. But yeah, that looked very breakable. So I mean, it's so hard to tell. But yeah, Cat McGee said, looks like you can actually see 4 to 5 bosses in this trailer alone, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't see much platforming. And there's jumping between platforms in an arena, but they
Yeah.
haven't shown off any of it. You'd think with some of the dashes and quick attacks that move you around that you can do, maybe you can use those for mobility.
Hopefully. I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Alright. Next trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Overlord, what? Oh, this is not Overlord the anime though, is it? Oh.
It is the anime.
Oh yeah, cause it's her. I know her. Hey Cat McGee, it's Overlord. Alright. Oh wow. That was.
The
Oh, you can go.
I was just caught off guard by what was that unlockable art.
Yeah. Also, this is totally not Castlevania inspired at all.
I was gonna say that. Definitely not Castlevania.
Nope.
Also, there's nothing like wrong with it, but I get annoyed whenever I see the silhouette that
Oh,
you know,
oh
follows the
my
fire.
god. That is a staple of any Castlevania. Metroidvania. Egovania.
pretty much just Castlevania and then Deedlit and now this one.
Yeah. I mean, if they do it, you know it's inspired by Castlevania. I'm just annoyed by her boobs. I'm sorry. It's just like, come on. That is so impractical. Come on. Just cover. It looks like her nips are about to fucking fall out. It's just, why can't you cover them? English release? Not sure yet, actually. They didn't say anything.
But is this how she looked in the anime?
Yes, and I hated it.
So it's accurate.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You should send your complaints to the people who made the anime, not the people who made the
Well,
game.
technically the manga, first of all. Second of all, I stopped watching the anime because I hated it at the end. Mainly because I don't like animes where they just kill everyone, and I'm like, ugh.
Spoilers.
No, it's no one important even. It's
now,
never
even more spoilers. You're just
no,
doubling
it's not.
down.
Oh my god. It's like, her armor was pieces of metals from adventure she has killed as far as I can remember. Of course you would know that, first of all, but second of all, still! You think she could kill more adventurers to cover up her top half?
Well, you were just complaining about them killing too many people.
Okay, not her. It's other people. She's not the main character. She is a side antagonist.
She's the main character in this game.
I know.
Why does she get her own game?
Because she's
about this
cooler than
character?
the freaking main characters. Honestly, she is a lot more interesting.
The gameplay doesn't seem great.
It's also Castlevania inspired, so I mean, it's not gonna seem great to you.
I mean, that's true.
Jeez.
Also, I was...
You laugh, Cauldrath, but am I wrong?
No. I laugh because it's true. I don't like the way the grappling hook looks. It looks like it's way too rigid.
It's very stilted. I agree completely with that. It's worse than Super Metro. It's worse than Bloodlines actually, because you know what that's based on is it's Bloodlines and Super Metroid. But yeah, it's very doesn't look like it has enough animation.
Yeah. Like instead of it being physics based at all, it's just like it just has set spots that you swing from.
Like that seems pretty cool. That seemed fluid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same way though. It's just it has more frames, so it looks more smooth.
The visuals, I think, just seem a little unpolished, so I wouldn't.
I don't know if that's just the
how the
quality
mechanics
though.
look. I mean,
I can't tell if that's just the quality of the recording though, because I have it at 720. But
I don't think so. I mean, if you pause at the beginning of this boss fight when they do an attack, just some of the effects look bad. One of them, there's like a blue flash on the screen.
Also, that
and it just it abruptly kind of cuts off at the bottom of the screen.
That beam also comes out way too fast.
It's just, I don't know. It's hard. It looks like the pixels are blurred.
Yeah.
And I mean, me with all my dinking around with pixels, I can tell either they didn't export the video like with the correct pixels, or they just have anti-aliasing on.
God, they just have that on by default and you can't turn it off.
Oh god, I wouldn't play it. I couldn't play it. Looks like she has
it,
multiple weapon forms in the top left and slow time. Yeah. Almost kind of reminds me if they're gonna do... Oh yeah, they do kind of... It looks like they might have the arcade thing.
Yeah, I don't want to, judge an unreleased game for having, unpolished effects or whatever, but I mean, graphics are an important part of Castlevania, and it is releasing 2022.
Oh.
So.
Was that a Symphony of the Night reference right there? Oh my god, look at that little... Calling it out, Symphony of the Night reference.
Why? It's just a statue.
Because it looks like Alucard's demon gargoyle form.
Nope. All
Obsessed with
gargoyles
that
look like
thing.
that.
Yes, but don't, don't judge me.
That's fair. It is a cool spray.
I mean, the effects on the spiraling dragons are really good.
Yeah. It just looks blurry. And me, I don't like blurry. I like crisp pixels. I want to see pixels.
Yeah.
And you can generally assume that when they do trailers, the main character isn't going to change that much compared to the rest of the game.
Yes.
True.
Especially when it's this close to release.
Give me them pixels. Because I can see the pixels, it's just they're blurred. So either they didn't record at a proper, frame or anything, or it's, anti-aliasing. It's one of the two.
Also, I'm confused about how they take 0 damage from clipping the top of the fire pillars when they're
They could have something that prevents
climbing
fire
around.
damage.
just...
That was a thing in Symphony of the Night too. You could equip certain circlets that would protect you from certain types of elemental damage.
But it also seems like those were unavoidable when you're platforming in that section.
It could be that you have iframes while you're doing that, and they just represent that as you taking 0 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this does look like it might be a little more arcade focused. And Kat McGee did say, very cool that you fight the protagonist from the show. Looks like a what-if scenario. And slow time. Which I agree with. I would very much love to kill all the protagonists in that show.
That
Oh, what?
last boss room, the depth perception there kind of throws me off.
You can actually
Like
see that in a few areas, because if you look at her shadow in, I believe the next area, you can kind of see it. Oh, not this one. It's the blue one.
Yeah. I just mean it looks a little off. Just, there maybe, some sprites need to be moved back or something. Or, the
Yeah.
chairs. I mean, I don't have too much to say about this game.
I enjoy what it looks like, but I'm gonna wait till I watch other people to play to decide if I want to play it. Oh, it looks like... Wait, no. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this winds up being pretty similar to the newer Team Ladybug games.
Oh, I
God, I
just
hope
realized.
not.
So that they were picking up the unlockable art, as a reward for exploration. It looked like.
Oh, cool.
Well, those
So-
were the puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
assume based on the editing, so that means that there may be a lack of meaningful upgrades.
Yeah,
Is there sure a lot of
NFT
pieces there?
upgrades.
yeah. I'm not a big fan of the cosmetic upgrades in a lot of games.
Oh, I'll take cosmetic
Seems
upgrades.
Seems
Can I
kind of
cover your
geared for
boobs?
people who like the
None of them are
media
gonna cover
associated
boobs.
with it, maybe.
If anything, they're gonna show more of her boobs somehow.
Probably. Okay, no joke. She looks like her nips would be out because of how, low they are. They are as low as what they are in Symphony of the Night with the succubus. And succubus had her boobas out. That is confirmed. You can, in the official artwork, you can see the tops.
Oh.
I fucking hate this. I just hate it because in my mind, I'm going back as a kid seeing Symphony of the Night succubus with her boobs out, and it's like, come on! Welcome, Shiva Jones.
I mean, it's kind of the job of the succubus,
Okay, the succubus makes sense. As a main protagonist, I hate not having the choice.
I agree.
So freaking impractical. Alright, next one.
Yeah.
Sure. You got your rage out.
No. So this is Supraland, 6 inches under.
I thought it was Supraland.
Is it Supraland? It could be Supraland, man. I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, is it a 3D Vania? Oh ho ho.
First person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a sequel to the first Superman.
Oh. Disrespect.
Silly ending. Yeah, I haven't. So there's the original Supraland, and then there is, I guess there was a DLC for it also. So you could say this is their third Supraland release.
I never
Yeah.
even saw the first one, but this looks adorable.
I'm assuming it's, the gameplay is the same as with the other ones, pretty much.
Yeah, it looks very similar. Like, you basically wind up in an area, and then there's a bunch of physics-based puzzles around. You solve them all. Some of them are required. Some of them just give you bonus stuff, and then you go on to the next area.
There's
That's
occasionally
not very
combat.
MV of it.
It has a very Zelda-ish structure.
Zelda or
Um,
Portal?
It's kind of like a combination of Zelda and Portal.
Okay. Oh, so like you
um,
find an upgrade or an item, and then you use that to beat the dungeon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then it's kind of like a hub and spoke world.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a crest-like.
Not. It
No.
doesn't have a level select. I'd say Zelda is just a very good
Zelda.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, equivalent. Power-ups in the first game were done very well. Like they have a bunch of different uses. I just felt like I didn't wind up finishing it because a lot of the areas just felt like they were just a bunch of chores to do.
Mm.
Activities, not
Yeah.
puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
god, master, please.
What? That's what they are.
No, okay.
Yeah.
People have different definitions of puzzles. Not everyone enjoys puzzles that are bullshit hard like La Mulana. Some people like simpler puzzles.
They're not puzzles if you don't think when you do them.
Yeah, it does seem like it. This one does seem like it also has some new abilities, and that will probably have lots of uses. Like one of their policies is something like every single power up has to have. I think it was like 6 uses, like 6 different things you can do with them.
Oh jeez.
That's nice.
Some of them are really simplistic, like the magnet power you can use to format a hard drive, and there's like only one hard drive in the game to format. But that counts. But yeah, the actual use of the powers it's pretty enjoyable.
It's nice that even if you're just like theming key gates, it's still way more interesting than just
A key.
opening up a
Yeah.
door with a key, even if it's effectively the same exact thing.
I just don't like how you're in first person and you're left-handed.
Hey,
That's pretty discriminatory. Jeez.
I'm just hoping you can switch it. That's all.
Just mirror your screen.
Have everything, even the numbers, mirrored? Why is these guys taking so long to die? They have like 1 health.
well no, maybe it's because they're holding the gun in their right hand and the pickaxe in their
No,
left.
because you can't
They're
see the
dual wielding.
pickaxe. If you're dual wielding, you should see both.
Well, they're just holding the other one out of frame. It's fine.
Hmm.
Hey, it worked for Twilight Princess. It could work for you.
Well, Twilight Princess wasn't in first person. I'm more than fine playing a left-handed character if it's not first person.
Uh-huh.
Don't me, it's the truth. I've beat all versions of Twilight Princess, and I've beaten the GameCube version like 2 or 3 times. Don't give me that.
I don't feel like this trailer really... Like, I'm seeing it, but I'm not really understanding what you're doing as you enter an area. Like, they're kind of showing off the player entering a new area and walking around, and then it's just showing them interacting with random stuff and fighting enemies. But I don't really have a sense for what the order of those things are, if you know what I mean.
Like what the progression gameplay loop is.
I suppose. Not that trailers really need to show that. Yeah, I'm seeing like the characters collecting coins, but like what do coins do?
Well, since there's other people, I'm guessing there are shops.
Yeah.
Since you're not alone.
I mean, I feel like I would understand this completely if I had played the original Supraland. It's more of
Yeah.
just showcasing the new mechanics instead of
Right,
But-
yeah. Like, this trailer is for people who have played the first Supraland. No one
Is
that
fair.
has... Yeah, no one that hasn't played the first Supraland is... Well, very few people who haven't played the first Supraland are going to buy this game without playing the first Supraland first.
Mm-hmm.
would be pretty weird.
Yeah, so this is just to convince people who have already played the first one that they should also play this one.
Cat
I do
McGee.
appreciate I guess they have a unique-ish gameplay loop, and they're putting out more releases that are kind of more of the same, I guess, in a good way. That's
Yeah.
the vibe I get from
Like, there are very few 3D Metroidvanias, like, even like close to being Metroidvanias, disregarding whether or not you consider this one or not. And I would say that the first Supraland did have some of the best ability upgrades for a 3D game.
Do we want to move on to the next trailer?
Yep. Oh,
Yes.
Cat McGee said, the big room puzzle stresses me out looking at it. I feel that.
Yeah, that is something. Like, you go into the new area and then you just see all the puzzle stuff around you.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
it's like,
Like a
Oh, man, I have-
collectathon.
yeah, it is feels very collectathon. So it's just
Ooh.
like, oh, I have all this stuff I have to do now.
This one is 4 minutes long. You gotta
Well, dev commentary.
break out the popcorn.
It's called Itorah?
Something like that.
Something like that. Alright.
Hi, I'm Arthur Becker, creative director, lead artist, and one of the founders of Grimmer Tales, a small indie studio based in Kaiserslautern, Germany. Grimmer's Nest is currently working on our first project, Itorah. Itorah is an action-adventure in which you take on the role of our purple-haired heroine, who seems to be the last human in a strange world called Naokan. On her journey through several beautiful landscapes, Itorah meets a colorful cast of quirky characters, including her chatty and loudmouthed weapon, Cauldrath. Yep, the axe can actually talk. She also encounters the reckless explorer Ahui and other friendly inhabitants of Chimali who help her with words and deeds. Soon Itorah realizes that this world is not as peaceful as it appears to be. A mysterious plague is spreading across the land. It's affecting the Nahu, and the creatures of the world seem to change with it. To save the lush and green land of Nahukan and to unravel the dark mystery of humanity's disappearance, you will make your way through different biomes, explore its temples, learn new abilities, meet many bizarre characters, and combat hostile creatures. Smaller ones and big ones. And even bigger ones. I can promise you that behind the many layers of color lies a deep, emotional and gloomy story that will appeal to all ages and leave you curious for more. But I don't want to give too much away. Itorah's universe is filled with many memories that fascinated us as children. Our goal is to create similar experiences for future generations and to let older generations revel in nostalgia. So Itorah became a nice genre mix of tricky platforming passages, lots of little corners to explore, and goal-orientated level layout. The balance between platforming, combat, small puzzles, and impressive visual storytelling should be challenging, but not frustrating. Thus, Itorah may be easy to learn, but hard to master. As you unlock new abilities, you will have all sorts of options for cool trick jumps and combos that will let you move through the world at your own pace. While watching this video, you may realize how much attention to detail has been put into Itorah. We place special emphasis on finest quality work because your audiovisual experience is essential to us. All assets are hand-painted and the animations are polished par excellence. as well as the composed soundtrack and special effects from our dope partners in Munich. Itorah is an absolute project of the art, in which a lot of love and effort is put, as we're trying to make the dream come true. If you like what you see, and rave about this game as much as we do, we'd be happy to receive your support. Follow us on our social media platforms and wishlist Itorah on Steam. At this point I would like to say goodbye and thank you on behalf of the whole team. Hope to see you around. Stay shiny.
Wish we could see a map or something,
I think
because
people
the
are
levels look
learning.
kind of linear.
People are learning if they show a map, they're gonna get probably ripped a new one, calling it a Metroidvania.
I also I get worried when a game tells me that it has a good story.
That usually means that there's going to be a lot of dialogue that you have to wait for.
Maybe. Also, it's interesting that they specifically said that they wanted their game to feel nostalgic.
I can see where they're coming at with it. I can definitely see where they're trying to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
It does have it has some vibes.
It
you might
does.
say.
And they obviously put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
Like even the NPCs are very well animated. Like they're sprite-based animation with lots of frames.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, once I saw that you could grab the ledge, I'm like, yes. I will try this game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of minor enemies that you can kill with one attack, which is generally a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
And some of the enemies seem to do like very little damage, and some of them seem to do a lot of damage. So, yeah, I think they like tried to do some sort of dichotomy between like platforming combat enemies and then just like pure combat enemies, which is also a good sign.
Yeah.
I love the style too. It's really pretty.
They said they do not want the game to be frustrating, so it makes sense, I suppose, to be able to tank hits from weaker enemies and not worry about it too much.
Yeah, but like look at this section right here where like how long the dialogue took to come out.
You might be able to speed that up. Some games do allow that to be sped up, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Surely you can. Or, you know, it could have been slowed down for trailer purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she fell into the spikes in the previous scene, and that did like half as much damage, or no, like a quarter as much damage as getting hit by one of these guys' attacks.
Yeah. Oh, and then it has also the wall jump.
Wall jumps are fun.
Ledge grabs! God, yes, more games need ledge grabs, honestly. Ledge grabs made Zero Mission. Also, then Kat McGee said, question for the podcast when you have time. What game do you think best captured the Metroidvania style that wasn't from one of those series?
Well, it depends on what you mean by the Metroidvania style.
Yeah, because there are two kinds. There's the Metroid style, and then there's the Castlevania style.
Or there's neither, or there's both. I mean...
Well, the obvious answer for this is Hollow Knight.
Excuse me, sir. No!
I mean, that's an example of something that doesn't overly draw from either games, and yet was popular enough to spawn games that seem similar to it. So really,
actually,
we should rename it to the
No, I disagree with that.
Metroidvania genre.
Because to me, when I played Hollow Knight, it felt like Metroid. Like, I had Metroid vibes. To me, Hollow Knight is just bug Metroid.
Because it has actual exploration, unlike Castlevania.
No, because it just feels like Metroid. I can't explain. I don't know. Just when I play some
Because you're
games,
in a cave?
No, okay, no. Just when I play certain games, I get a vibe that it's like another game. I got that vibe with Time Spinner that felt like a Castlevania game, and I felt it captured the Castlevania feeling for me very well, minus the story. For Hollow Knight, just when I played it, it felt like a Metroid game to me. I can't explain why, it just did.
Maybe you associate Metroid with just a good game.
No, excuse me.
Metroidvania.
No!
You're so used to playing all these Castlevania
Okay.
games.
I would say the level design of Hollow Knight is way more Metroid than Castlevania.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but games ever tried to mimic Castlevania level design to success?
Time Spinner did it really well. I like Time Spinner gameplay. I don't need to be judged.
Is
did you like
having
about the level design?
Castlevania level design really like one of your goals? Is that a positive thing to have?
For
your
me,
game?
yes, it is. 'Cause nostalgia, gosh. Don't need to be harassed for liking Castlevania, thank you very much. I don't harass you for liking La Mulana or Metroid, sir.
But we don't say, oh man, Metroid has the best combat. Why can't
I don't
more
say
games have
Castlevania
combat
has
like
the best
Metroid?
combat. Castlevania very, very much needs combos, and they don't have combos, and it makes fighting kind of suck.
So when you compare the two series, though, they have strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
And Castlevania generally has better combat and enemies than Metroid, and Metroid generally has better level design.
Depending on the game, yes. Because I know that Order of Ecclesia isn't a Metroidvania, but I thought the level design in Order of Ecclesia was like probably one of the best in the series. Probably because they kept it smaller. And they didn't drag out as much.
Yeah.
I like how in that cutscene we just saw with the talking axe, it looks like it's pulling against the character
Yeah.
and they're trying to keep them from lurching forward. I thought that was a nice detail. I just noticed.
Also, to answer your question, Kat, I would say for me, it's a mix of Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night. Because they are the pillars of the OG.
Literally, the question was specifically excluding those.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't one from those series? God, what have I played lately?
Maybe,
I would
like,
have to go with
search-
Hollow Knight. I would have to go with Hollow Knight. 'Cause there's
No,
nothing
I
else
said
I've
Hollow Knight, you
played.
immediately
I don't-
Too much like
disagreed
Metroid.
with me.
I don't
Like, no, you're wrong.
play that much. No, I was just saying it feels like Metroid to me. Gosh. Fine. Nancy Drew in The Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Are you happy?
Sure.
I
At
wouldn't
least
really-
can justify, that way you're disagreeing with me, at least. When you got mad at me for my selection. You can't
No,
get
I
mad
didn't
at me
get
for my
mad at
selection.
I didn't get mad at you for your selection. I was getting mad that it didn't feel like Metroid to someone, and saying it's not like Metroid when to me it very much was like Metroid.
I would probably say Hollow Knight for that question, just because it doesn't have the vestigial things that games that are trying to emulate either Castlevania or Metroid tend to have.
True.
And it seems to be relatively free from those inspirations.
And those expectations.
Yeah.
Because
So
I mean,
if
with...
I had... Well, go ahead. I'm gonna...
Oh, I was just gonna
Go
rant
on.
about Deedlit getting my hopes up with expectations and then it fucking failing.
Oh,
You
okay.
can go.
Okay, so Hollow Knight is the obvious one, and then we all picked it. So I guess the next one I would say is Ori and the Will of the Wisps, the second one.
Never tried it, so I can't talk.
I have not
I'm
played
the
it.
only one that played it. Ah!
Really-
You can't disagree with me!
Yeah, I can. Because obviously I would have played it if it was good enough.
I wouldn't really say there's one game that encapsulates everything to expect in a Metroidvania, just because you have different influences, different games, and really it's about a pretty exploration and such being at the heart of Metroidvanias. You can do it in different ways.
Yeah, people can't even agree on what a Metroidvania is, much less what a good Metroidvania is.
Yeah.
Gotta have more gatekeeping in the community, otherwise we're gonna let all these people say Dead
think
Cells is a Metroidvania again.
Or Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew is fine. I accept point-and-click games as Metroidvanias. Because really, they're just first-person puzzle Metroidvanias. And the sooner everyone recognizes this, the easier everyone's life will be.
Have you even played Quest for Glory, like the one series that I would actually consider to be Metroidvania that's a point and click?
No.
Okay.
Bro, I haven't even beaten a Nancy Drew game. I just used to watch them all the time. My mom owns them all. Or
Maybe it becomes a
almost all of them.
Metroidvania at the end, and you're, like, unironically right.
Okay, we just got Cat McGee saying Dark Souls is a Metroidvania. I think it's time for a ban.
Time to move on.
Time to move
It's time to
on!
move on to the next trailer.
Not
We
getting
can-
into that argument today.
Yeah, we can have arguments after we've watched all the trailers.
This is true. Oh, this is for Switch. So this is Pixel Game Maker Series Medium-Naut. That was it?
That was much shorter than the last one.
That makes me curious. So this whole thing about making choices, that worries me because
Oh.
I'm worried when I hear that there are choices I have to make that I will regret later.
It is
So,
way
if
too
you go-
zoomed in.
Yeah, if you go back to the second dialogue box, it it kind of explains one of the mechanics in the game where choices matter. So the one right after this one.
Spare
Yeah,
me some of
so-
your energy.
Yeah, so energy being your life bar. So one of the unique aspects of this game is when you get ability upgrades, it reduces your energy.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
And also, Master, you might be interested to know that this is made by one of the La Mulana devs.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, I gotta avoid
Which
it
one?
then.
I don't remember which one. I just know that it was one of them. Like, I don't really know their names, so it doesn't really mean anything to me.
As it should.
I mean, it
It's just
seems-
way too zoomed in. I hate that. I
It does
don't...
seem. I wouldn't say way too zoomed in, but it seems a little zoomed in. Maybe they wanted to feel claustrophobic or something.
doesn't make me
'Cause
claustrophobic. It just
seems
pisses
that
me
it-
off.
It seems that it wants to be spooky, I guess.
Yeah, that's what Cat Mage will say, or Cat McGee. The trailer music is a little bright and cheery, but the feel looks a lot darker. Looks like a baby game for babies. Thanks, Kind King. Banned.
Just like La Mulana.
Yes.
If you
True.
replace the trailer music with some eerie synthesizers, like John Carpenter style, that would, I think it would make the tone of the game seem much different.
I don't know if you noticed, it's E10 plus as well.
Hmm.
So that means it's actually made for 10-year-olds.
I
Hmm.
have to say, this music does remind me of La Mulana, now that you pointed it out.
What about it? How does it remind you of La Mulana?
It just, the compositional style reminds me of La Mulana. What do you mean?
What do you mean the music?
The music, the compositional style of the song sounds like
Okay.
it was made by the person who did the La Mulana music.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gosh. It's just like if I hear a Michiru Yamane song, I can usually pick it out. we have anything else for this game?
Really, I mean, the shooting doesn't look amazing.
No.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little green bar at the bottom that gets depleted every time you shoot, and then fills up again. So
It's
like you have a recharge rate.
Samus's phaser. Or stun gun.
My money back, and I didn't even buy it yet.
Doesn't
Time
look that
King!
bad.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Looks fine.
It looks... I want to see more of it. I'm curious.
I
but
agree.
I'm not curious enough to buy it. I would
The
watch
40-second
it
trailer is
not
not
worth
enough
going.
trailer.
Yeah.
So this is one game that is out already.
What?
Oh,
They came out at the same time as the trailer.
should we watch more game?
No.
No? Okay. Next trailer.
Sure. Yeah, this
Hey,
one's a
look at-
little
Oh.
light on information.
Oh yeah, that's right, I can scroll down. New YouTube features. Cool,
It has 4
fish.
positive reviews on Steam, it seems.
Is that no face from Spirit? Alright, this is Rusted Moss, but they didn't even capitalize Moss, so that worries. Alright.
Okay, I dig it.
It's a gun, so I don't dig it.
One thing to note, it does look like this uses a mouse and keyboard, but the developer posted on the subreddit, and I asked them if they were doing controller support, and they said they are doing controller support.
Okay.
Does look like it's linear. I get Momodora vibes also because
Yeah, the
I
art
don't know,
style is
fighting
very like that.
women.
Just because the art style is the same doesn't mean the game's going to play the same, or the
No.
level design's going to be the same.
Doesn't. Just that combined with like what we see in the trailer makes me think of that.
What was that?
Wasn't me.
Sounded like a goat in someone's background.
Yeah, I heard
Well-
it too.
That's probably me, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just very
But you're-
confused.
Put your goat in the other room when we stream. I do like the grappling hook a lot more in this one. Like, it looks like it has a good feel to it.
It looks like it actually has
It
momentum.
does. It looks satisfying. It looks bouncy.
Yeah. Cat McGee, bosses look like they die really quickly. Never mind, it looks like there might be multiple health bars. Yeah, it'll probably be multiple.
Yeah, there's some that are
ponytail.
different colors.
Yeah.
There's power levels.
I don't see one that's over 9,000, so is it even worth it?
Well, obviously these are early bosses.
There is not one boss that is over 9,000. I will be very disappointed in the use of
I
power
also-
levels.
I also like the
Because-
Available.
I was thinking about like Super Metroid music because of the previous trailer and imagining that, and then like this kind of sounded like Metroid music at the beginning. It sounded good.
It's atmospheric, yeah. But yeah, no, if you see, there's a few things that are misspelled, like priestess is misspelled as well, so I'm guessing
Okay.
English is not their first language.
It also
Oh.
looks like it might have like the Hollow Knight style magic meter where it fills up from you hitting
Oh.
things.
Yeah.
Like it has
Kind
that blue battery underneath, which I saw filling up as they shot somebody.
It kind of looked like they wanted to do some bullet hellish bosses, but it also looked pretty easy to dodge and keep attacking the enemy. And something to consider is, like, with this gun, it seems you can be attacking the boss at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I think it might actually be a burst fire weapon because they like shoot a bunch of shots and then they stop shooting.
Yeah.
yeah, there's the reload, but what I mean is that it seems that damage window is always open,
Oh, yeah.
which makes it means that you should probably have your boss do spookier attacks that you focus more on dodging.
Spooky.
Yeah, I think the burst fire weapon means that they don't need to have like invincibility on hit because that kind of serves the same purpose, or it has that ebb and flow.
Maybe. The aesthetic is, the first part of it was like, wow, there's some Rain World-ish looking metal things, cool, and then there's like a person on a broom afterwards.
You mean a
and-
witch?
Hey, I don't
We're
want
not going to assume their gender.
Witch can be gender neutral. The hell you mean?
Depends on the
Now
sex.
you're the one assuming. Gosh.
Like, I see the rusted part, but what is, like,
Um,
it's called rusted moss, so it's clearly going for, Detroit, but
God.
Detroit
Holding
Mania.
back. God. I'm guessing the moss is like the magic and obviously the nature, but I'm assuming it's also the magic part, like that.
could be.
But technically, moss can't rust.
All right, next trailer. Oh, I can't even pronounce that.
Try your best.
Chiaroscuro. Scuro? No, Scuro.
Silhouette looks like a Hollow Knight
I
original
was gonna
character.
say it looks like Hornet. Alright. Oh my god.
Why is the guy from Crowsworn a boss fight?
Why are you playing as fucking Hornet when Silksong hasn't even been released?
Okay.
It's obviously not Hornet because that character's Void, and Hornet is not Void.
Oh my god.
That's true.
Okay, to be fair, everything is void. Which I do have to
Okay.
say, I like the aesthetic with the kind of monochromatic, or the, one bit with the, like, characters and stuff.
I actually, too, was gonna say I really like the aesthetics of this game.
Yeah.
It's very pleasant to look at. I don't feel like my eyes are being assaulted by
Mm-hmm.
anything, which a lot of games make me feel like.
Yeah. It does look very Hollow Knight inspired. However, there might be enough to differentiate it looks like.
Outside of, I mean,
Okay, the attacks and the movement are definitely Hollow Knight.
they're a little Hollow Knighty.
They're a lot Hollow Knighty.
It's
So,
You're being
medium,
nice.
medium Hollow Knighty.
so Chiaroscuro is actually a word that already existed. It's in art is the strong use of contrast between light and dark, usually bold contrast affecting a whole composition.
Okay. How do you pronounce it?
How do I pronounce it? Is
Yeah.
Chiaroscuro. I don't know if that's correct.
Chia.
Actually,
Chiaroscuro. Chiaroscuro is how Google pronounces it.
Chiaroscuro?
Chiaroscuro.
Yeah.
Chiaroscuro. Okay. Kat McGee said the player character model comparisons can't be avoided, which is weird because the enemies look pretty unique, which is, yeah, true. I mean, you look
Yeah.
at this and you think Hollow Knight.
I kind of do, but like,
It looks like a fluffy, yeah, it's just a fluffy hornet.
okay.
It's
To be
hornet
fair,
with
a
fur.
lot of things can kind of look like Hollow Knight without necessarily being inspired by Hollow Knight.
Yeah, like,
Furry
How are-
hornet.
if you're gonna do a hand-drawn black and white, like, animated character, is it gonna look significantly different than this?
That's kind of what I'm saying. I mean, it's not like Hollow Knight is a super specific art style. It's actually, I mean, it's it's pretty simple drawn characters mostly.
Now, I won't say the walk
Like,
cycle
you know
is
what I mean.
copied. This is definitely inspired by Hollow Knight, which there's nothing wrong with game inspiration. Like, cause Kind King's, like, even the walk cycle, though, looks copied. Like, people were saying
do
that
agree.
about Deedlit, and how they're like, oh, this is traced. This is definitely traced. And then people actually did a comparison. No, it's just heavily inspired. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, can they pull it off where it doesn't feel like it's a clone trying to ride off the back of Hollow Knight's success?
Yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, I don't see anything special really happening here. It looks like a bunch of...
The gemstones looked
linear-ish.
interesting.
And some of these rooms seem open, but whenever I see obstacles that look like they're meant to be completed in one direction, I think linear. But this game, the trailer didn't do too much of that.
No. I'm kind of curious on how the gemstones are gonna work with the magic. Also, that part actually looks really cool for platforming. Like that right there. Elements.
Yeah, but
Ah!
dropping down there, it just kind of looks like you can't go back that direction. But I guess the platform would reset at the bottom, so
Yeah.
maybe it's not so bad.
Okay, it looks like you might be able to get a lot of elements here.
Yeah, it looks like you have 3 equipped at a time. So it's
Oh, I
element of
was thinking this
regeneration.
is your hotbar, so like this is your keyboard, so like 1, 2, 3, and then it might go on, depending on what
Oh.
you find.
I guess that's possible. But I was running under the assumption that those are just 3 slots and then you fill them
Yeah,
with whatever. Oh.
because
Because
this is
if you're like
Ruby.
using, if you're trying to use the entire like 1 through 0, that's gonna require you to move your hand a lot while you're playing.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
wonder, like, it has element of regeneration and then also Ruby Missile. So it makes me wonder if the gems have like 2 different abilities, one offensive, one defensive.
Yeah, it could.
I would like to see more of this before I really form much of an opinion on it.
Yeah. The music sounds good, at least. Also, I'm now being distracted by a cat, so I apologize. He doesn't get
Esther's
his...
got his goat, you've got your cat.
Mhm.
Hey, he doesn't get his morning cuddles anymore, so he's very sad about that.
Are we
Why
talking
don't
about
you
your
give him
cat
his
or the
morning
goat?
cuddles?
My cat! I don't care about the goat. It's not my goat.
Goats deserve cuddles too.
Alright, next trailer. Delta Zero. Sounds like a Metroid thing.
Does.
Delta Variant Zero.
Well, I think we can imagine that it's not a Metroidvania.
It's just Mega Man.
That is true. I mean,
It
it's
is-
clearly trying to be, like, hey, here's a cool Mega Man clone.
Yeah.
They specifically reference, like, here's some bosses without crippling weaknesses.
It released already. Oop, there's my Steam. I'm gonna look it up on Steam quick. Because it already released, so I'm kind of curious.
The fifth tag is Metroidvania.
The only review says cool.
What is this called? Delta Zero. 14! No, 15 bucks. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of the sprites. But how stilted they seem.
Okay, so it
Cool.
says Central hub area connects to many areas, making navigation more streamlined. So it seems like it's
Crest Lake.
Crest Lake!
It's gotta be level based with how they describe the difficulty system.
Yeah.
Like, completing one level makes other levels harder.
I wouldn't say the sprites look bad. They're very well made sprites. It's just the animation could use work.
a lot of them look. It looks almost identical to the Mega Man Extreme games on Game Boy. So
Never touched it. Oh, Ash! Ow! 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 Pause.
I mean, I don't particularly care about Mega Man, so this is like drinking water, I don't have any opinion on this, is what I mean to say.
I guess this does look like a little bit more advanced than that game.
It could be fun,
It's also 15 bucks, so I would not be picking this.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like $5,
Yeah.
I'd grab it, but I'm not exactly, no. Maybe if I was a big Mega Man fan and I'm always looking for more Mega Man likes or something.
I just hate
Yeah.
I don't like how he jumps. I hate the jump. Oh god.
Yeah.
With the arms up.
No, the leg. I don't mind the arms up. Arms up is very Mega Man, and Mega Man made it look good. Oh, Ken, you are banned. Said it's better than Symphony of the Night at least. He's just salty because he has to grind for the duplicator still. Next one.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Moonlaw.
Yeah, it says Metroidvania platformer right on the screen.
If it has Metroidvania followed by like a different phrase, it's probably not.
If it's like Mega Man Zero, I would consider it a Metroidvania. Excuse me! I got downvoted into hell for this, but I don't care. Mega Man Zero is not a Metroidvania.
There's got to be some like Google
yes.
translation error that just results in games being called Metroidvania platformers.
They put search action, then it comes up, and is that?
Yeah, oh god. Also, Kind King, Metroidvania collectible card game. That's just Circle of the Moon.
Yeah.
That already exists. Alright. This is 33 seconds?
Sure.
Your favorite character, Moon Knight.
Okay, first of all, we're gonna read these because that went way too fast. Years ago, the moon was infected with a fleshy disease. Knights of the Earth military tried to defeat the monster, yet all was lost. Until one day, a hero started to stare at the sky above and swore to become the law of the moon and defeat the blight. Okay, so this is Metroid.
Yeah, it kind of, to me, it looks like what people always describe Environmental Station Alpha as being.
Look at
That
that.
makes
Okay.
sense.
look.
Like, oh, ES. It does look ESA-ish. You just had the ESA dash.
Okay, but okay. Explain to me that. Explain to me that.
Come on, Guacamelee has those statues. That's
No.
not a Metroid.
It even has the bubbles. It even has the bubbles.
It
Like,
does have the bubbles.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not saying it isn't Metroid.
ESA is basically Metroid.
Is this Tinker Knight from Shovel Knight? You know what? Pretty much. It is Tinker Knight in Metroid. That is this game.
I also like how in all the cutscenes they show the character with a sword, but then they have a gun in the actual
No, it's
game.
a sword.
They're just slicing in front of them.
Yeah, it's a slice in front of them. It is a sword. Get my mouse out of the way. I don't want to be a high
Okay,
school
no,
teacher.
this is 100%. This is ESA. This isn't.
No, this is Metroid.
This isn't Metroid. This is
Okay,
ESA.
this is
So
if
those
ESA
three
and
shots that
Metroid
come out,
have
Those are the
those are
only
swords?
Metroid thing.
So when he shoots out the 3 shots, those are all swords?
I don't know. Like, here.
ESA has a triple shot. The shot looks like ESA. The enemies kind of do. The spooky area. Again, okay.
Yeah, that does not
Like
look
it
like a
doesn't
sword at
matter
all.
if this game looks like another
How about-
game or is
okay,
inspired by
I'm
that
just
game.
saying-
The game looks okay.
It looks like if
Yeah,
ESA and Metroid had a baby. And it was Moonlaw. But it's more Metroid babies than ESA's.
We don't have to argue about what it looks like.
I know.
Still gonna say,
oh,
look, you haven't
God.
even played ESA,
Just
have
ripping
you?
I haven't.
off.
Which game?
It's the ESA expert. I'm gonna say it's ESA.
Well, as a more of a Metroid expert than you, I'm gonna say Metroid.
What? Are you more of a Metroid expert?
I don't know. Haven't I played more Metroid than you?
Have you?
Did you play Federation Force?
No.
I did not.
Well, that's the only one I haven't played.
I played not the original because obviously.
I played the original.
It's
I tried.
terrible.
Okay, I tried both the original and the original 2. Couldn't do it. Could not
I
do
played
it.
the original too as well. I'm clearly more of a Metroid expert. Anyways, let's talk about the game. Not if it looks like a different game, because that really doesn't matter.
I mean, to me it can.
Okay, if you want to go, if you go back to the buzzsaw area, the buzzsaw area in ESA looks the same way.
Oh,
It's like spooky with
There you go.
faces
Also,
in the
that's how
background.
we know it's a Metroidvania, because it has buzzsaws.
it has a path
Sure.
of pain.
I'm just saying, there aren't any buzzsaws in Metroid.
Do you want to add buzzsaws to Metroid?
Are there any
Oh.
buzzsaw-like enemies in Metroid?
Not that I can think of.
Oh man, maybe Metroid isn't a Metroidvania.
Especially not the Prime games, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it looks quaint, at the very least. It looks cute. I don't
Yeah.
like how small the character is, though. I do
Whoa.
not like.
It's free on Steam. It released December 20th.
It's free!
It is also described as a mini micro Metroidvania.
Oh, okay. Free? Who'd you think it was? Metroid? One's laughing at my Lazy Town reference. Next game. Did we have anything else to say about that game?
Oh, you know it's time to move on.
Well, it's free, so everyone should play it.
Yeah, it's free. It's free, so you should at least go check it out. I'll recommend that. All right, this is Shyftrs, but it's cool because it replaced the I with a Y, and it doesn't have
no.
an E.
I hate
that
when
means
they
they're
do that.
cool. No, that means they're cool.
Guess we know why it's called Shyftrs.
Kind King said Hollow Knight, Cuphead, and furries. I don't know where you get the Cuphead from, unless it's the gun.
Does not look like Cuphead. I think,
No, it does have
from
Hollow
the
Knight vibes. Even the like worms, those looked honestly kind of straight
A little
ripped from
bit.
Hollow Knight. Not a little bit. Those worms look exactly like the ones in Hollow Knight.
I'll go off the Thorns. Automatic Hollow Knight clone.
Hollow Knight clone. It does have elements.
I do like how there's both melee and guns. I'm not
Yes.
sure why you would choose one over the other one in this
I agree.
case.
Yeah.
It looked like maybe after they shot, they had an empowered slice or
Yeah.
something after hitting that one
Okay.
enemy.
Yeah, this is probably like a charm system here.
Yep. Well, and you have to rest to swap it out, so
Yeah, looks. It's Hollow Knight, but you know,
it's
we
Hollow
don't have
Knight
to just
inspired.
for
It's
all the
Hollow
trailers.
Knight-
We can't just say, "Oh, it looks like this other game." That's all
I mean,
we
yeah, we
say about
can.
it.
We have.
No, it's not right.
Also, I don't know if this is a Harmony of Dissonance thing or if this is an actual teleport.
Oh, it looks like
Yeah.
it's changing. It looked like it was the same area, but it's like the Dark World now.
So, Harmony of Dissonance.
Sure.
Or
Or
how is
maybe
it?
a link to the past, or
No. Harmony of Dissonance. This is a Metroidvania, so we gotta use Metroidvania games to compare it. Harmony of Dissonance.
I was kind of confused why they were just doing their thing and then like cutscene and they turn into a creature.
A werewolf.
yeah.
That creature has a name, Master.
Well, it's not necessarily a werewolf.
That is Master.
Some sort of hey.
Master.
The
Master.
aware coyote.
How is
Look.
that not a werewolf?
Look, I'm just saying.
All right, chat.
It could
Take
be
your
any
vote.
sort of creature.
Take your
Where
vote,
Husky-
chat. What is this?
I'm just being cautious. I don't want to assume this character's
Oh my
species. Okay.
God. Lycan. See, Lycan. Well, it's with an A,
But,
but Lycan.
Lycans can be all sorts of different.
No,
types of rare creatures.
lycanthropes are wolves. That is the story with King Lycan, who is turned into a wolf. Do we need to go back into Greek mythology here? Cat McGee, Wolfman. Two people.
Yeah, but lycans, werewolves are a subset of lycans.
No,
Were-
lycans are
A
werewolves.
werebear would also be a
Okay.
lycan.
Okay, I'm looking this up. I am looking this up. You wanna argue man wolf?
Man, bear pig.
Man, I'm super ethereal. No one will listen to me. Actually, that's very accurate. Lycanthrope.
I'm assuming the pause means that you're wrong.
In a folklore, no, I'm trying to find it. In folklore, a werewolf or occasionally lycanthrope is a human with the ability to shapeshift into a wolf. Lycanthrope versus werewolf. Oh, okay, so that's what. Werewolves have their human beings that have changed into humanoid wolves, whereas lycans are humanoid wolves.
Okay, why does this matter?
Because you're saying I'm wrong when I'm not wrong. That is a freaking man.
I never
I've
said
seen enough.
anything. I
I've
just said
seen-
I'm not
I've
assuming
seen
the species
enough
of the
werewolves and
character.
enough furries to know my werewolves. Thank you very
Look, this
much.
is like clearly a fantasy game. It's like WoW. What is it? Like there's different werewolves that are like they're budget werewolves, but they're different slightly
The
in a
off-brand
fantasy setting.
werewolves.
Oh my god.
Like were
Kamagis
coyotes.
Geese says it looks like an angel / Valkyrie in the ice, and yeah, it looks like a Valkyrie with the lance and the armor.
Have a halo, so.
Oh, they do have a halo. That is true. Wait, let's see. Nope, you can't see anything. But
So-
that good sirs is a frickin' werewolf if I've ever seen a frickin' werewolf.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever seen a werewolf.
I killed a bunch of them on Solstheim.
You kill dogs.
They're werewolves. They're not
They're
dogs.
wolves, they're not dogs.
Yeah, wolves are different than dogs. One's part of the lupus genus, and one's, a canis. Now, if you said a coyote, I would see that because they're also canis.
They could be a were-dog for all you know.
I'm going to the next game.
Let's go to the next game.
Lust for Blood. This sounds
Game
like.
looks okay. Well, we didn't talk much
Oh,
about the
that's
actual
true.
game because
That's
we
true.
just.
We started arguing about werewolves.
I mean, it looks fine. I mean, there's shooting and there's slashing. It's another situation where I'd want to know more because a lot of
Yeah.
the vaguely Hollow Knight, you get a feel for what the gameplay would be like, but
It also has this weird thing where it's like, it looks like it's trying to be cooler than it is.
I told you. They switched out the I for the Y and took away the E. They're trying to be cool.
yeah, I agree. Do not like that. Yeah, we can move on.
Okay. Ash, stop doing that.
Okay, getting our quota of actual productive conversation.
What?
My God.
Just what a flash wound.
So just like the stock sound effects, sword slashing throughout the entire trailer.
This is so fucking gratuitous. Oh my god.
It looks like the entire animation budget went into the executions.
I don't know what to say about this. It's so edgy, but like,
It is so fucking edgy. Okay, not this part. When he killed the knight, that just looked like fucking Monty Python. I'm not even sorry.
Like, let me put down this sword so I could shove my hand through his chest.
I mean, he is lusting for that blood. Yeah, right here. Black Knight from Holy Grail.
it looks like Blasphemous combined with the gameplay that every single not safe for work platformer has.
Well, it does have a good parry. Oh god. That has a frickin' Smash Bros parry right there.
So it actually glowed green when he parried, at the start of this scene, but then it didn't, and then he wasn't able to do the counterattack. I'm guessing it's like if you hold it for too long, then you don't get the counterattack.
I kind of like how he just kind of like rolls through the air on his double jump.
So Cat McGee said ledge grabs and perfect parry, perhaps?
Also,
Yeah.
it's like the font choice, the like the blood. This dude just grows dragon wings in the intro. It's
And he doesn't have them in the
so
game.
It might be an upgrade
so
for a double
strange.
jump, we don't know.
But he double jumps without them.
Oh, that's true, he does. Maybe you get, the Voltus frickin', glyph and you can fly later on. Also, I like how they open with ripping a half-naked woman in half first. That's their, introductory to the...
Why is an enemy just a random woman?
Explosions.
Oh, and you have
Everyone
to have
else is
the...
like,
Blood.
it's a knight or someone with an axe. Then it's
Okay,
just like
To be fair,
woman.
the executioner is also half naked. I gotta be fair. This game hates women. Yeah, you kill women. Obviously, it hates women.
It's just equal opportunity.
Also, did they reuse the background statue twice in
Yes.
this trailer?
Yes. I will. Yes.
Like why is the woman slashing at you?
Yeah, she doesn't even have a weapon.
Women. Well,
You
guys,
throw
you
a
have to
woman.
understand. Women are too delicate to have women. They might mess up their nails.
But going into combat with their fists doesn't mess up their nails?
No, of course not. Cause see, if you keep your nails in when you make a fist, it protects your nails, so they still stay nice. You just might bruise your knuckles. Yeah, cause there it is. Also, obligatory. They had a hanged man in the background. Edgy AF.
Yeah. Do you want to move on?
Yes, that's more than fine with me. Alright, this is the adventures of Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. That is very, very Japanese in the best way possible.
Nice little palate cleanser after the last one.
Oh god, this is a palate cleanser of all of the ones. It's nice, it's bright, it's cheery, it has a very beautiful design. It has the Dawn and Ari of Sorrow floating armor, or flying armor soul, so I'm down for that. Also, it reminds me more of
Called
Zelda
gliding.
2. Huh?
It's called gliding.
Ari of flying armor soul. It honestly reminds me more of Zelda 2 at the moment. Probably because of the hearts. That does not help.
I'm interested to see what the actual gameplay loop is, because it seems like you're doing a bunch of linear platforming and then there's a boss.
Yeah. But this is also in Japanese. So, this could easily be Metroidvania type. It could actually be search action, where, it's a lot more loose, actually, because you could search an area, have action, and it not be a Metroidvania.
Yeah. But they also say that it's very early in development, and
Yeah.
it does look like it's very early.
It's really good for very early, though, in my opinion. This is
I
more
mean-
polished than some of the released games we've seen.
I mean, the art looks, fine, it's cute. I don't know. In the gameplay, it looks
Simplistic.
average,
Yeah.
right? I wouldn't really say it looks more polished than games that are released.
Like, I feel like
In terms
there
of
isn't much.
animation.
Yeah, I feel like there isn't much there right now, but what is there is good.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like a good base, and I don't mean to like say this would be. It's like, oh, it's an incomplete game or something. I mean, it looks fine.
Actually, no, I think this might be a Chinese game.
Well, Japanese and Chinese both use kanji. The fact that there's no hiragana or katakana does
Yeah,
lean
that, yeah.
towards.
Chinese.
Oh, they're a solo indie developer.
Yeah, so this game's probably
Oh, it's
pretty
gonna
far
target to children.
Yes, it says that.
It does say that.
I mean, technically,
they could
Nintendo
just mean
games
that it
target
has-
children.
Right, they probably just mean it has a cute aesthetic.
To be fair, I mean, okay, you can say Kirby's, for children, but most children don't get to that final demonic hellspawn of a boss. So,
Yeah, I guess like they made Battletoads for children.
oh, did they actually? I thought
don't
that was
know,
just a
maybe.
money grab.
What, Battletoads? No, I mean the
Yes.
original Battletoads.
Yeah, for arcade, wasn't it?
It was originally on NES, I think.
I'm looking this up. I'm pretty sure Battletoads was originally for the arcade, and then they ported it to the NES. Because what else? What other kind of game would you want that, eats quarters like that?
It's pretty common.
1991 beat 'em up game. Oh no, you're right. It was for the NES.
Yeah, it was pretty common back then for games to be like that because that was an easy way to extend playtime.
Yeah. Artificial lengthening. One of my favorite things in the world. It was subsequently ported to the Mega Drive and Game Gear and to the Mega and Mega CD32. And then on the Game Boy? What?
So there was a Game Boy and a Super Nintendo version, but they were a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like the same basic core mechanics were the same, but they
Yeah.
had different graphics, and I think some of the stages were different.
I forgot they had a show.
I didn't even know there was a show.
It's like Earthworm Jim, I think. Except Earthworm's Jim show looks really good. The old one and the new one.
Next trailer.
Yeah.
We gotta finish
Oh, it's
these up.
10:30. How many more do we have?
2 more, and they're both short.
2 more?
Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
fine.
We're going over time today. Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
special.
It's a twofer. Alright, so this is Eris and the Fading Kingdom.
The
is-
music changes. It just
if you
abruptly
noticed-
becomes a different song.
I thought it was me at first, but no, they have their mouse when recording.
Oh man.
Kind King made an offer. Microsoft Paint.
Okay,
I
it does get
don't-
extra points for playing as a blob.
Oh my
Any
god.
game where you play as a blob is automatically better.
It looks like it could be really good, but yeah, right now the art is definitely holding it back.
I mean, the gameplay, I don't know, the gameplay looks very bare bones. It's kind
Yeah.
of just blocky, walking right.
They actually managed to not have the scrolling smooth. Like you can see it like jerking as it scrolls.
Well, you can
But
look at the animation too for the ball. They have like leftover pixels on the side for each animation frame.
But yeah, I'm assuming this is a very early, unpolished. Well,
Coming
okay,
to
it's come
PC summer.
summer, so they have 6 months ish. Looks great, love the art style. Can't wait to try it.
I
Alright.
actually like the art style. I mean, the animation are not so good, but I like the orb.
You just like it because it has a blob.
I do.
You're a blob simp, so I mean.
do.
I also like how you can hear it like hitting the ground as it goes.
You're right, yeah.
So that was a nice little touch, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of, MS Painty, but like whatever.
Oh.
I mean that, some random singular dev making a game in MS Paint, like, sure you're well aware of what that's like, Cauldrath.
Oh,
Hey,
shit!
Hey, I have Aciprite. I can't even blame MS Paint for how bad my art is.
No, not
Or whatever
A-Sprite.
it's called. A-Sprite, whatever.
I pronounce it A-Sprite because it makes... I don't know.
Sure. A-Sprite. I have that. Still isn't helping me.
I mean, you just gotta use it. If you don't use it, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not getting anywhere right now. So next one. Transiruby. Transiruby, I think. This is DLC?
So this, I'm not sure what, like, I think it's supposed to be like comparing some like different sound, like fonts or something like that. But
Okay.
this winds up being like a trailer for it. The game just
Alright.
came out in December.
Oh,
and this
okay.
is the one this is the trailer that came out at the same time.
Okay.
Alright. So,
Had this free demo on Steam, by the way.
trailer now. I just have to say I love both the NES and the SNES sounds for the music. That music is really freaking fucking good.
That was good music. I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of something. I don't know. I haven't played Cave Story. Does it remind me of Cave Story?
It
Probably
might,
reminds
because
me of Cave Story.
It's like the character.
Yeah. Honestly, I might pick this up. This looks really good.
It looks fun. It looks like kind of reminds me of Phenotopia just a little bit.
I haven't even... Oh, I need to try that one yet. But no, like, it looks smooth. The character... The art style is absolutely gorgeous. I'm jealous. Like... Movement looks good. It has puzzles.
Activities.
It has puzzles.
I generally prefer the puzzles in the game to be like within the game world. But
I don't mind going into an outside. Oh, look at, she got smiley face on her boobs. That's adorable.
Oh, it is cute.
Is the smiley face cute or are the boobs cute?
The smiley face.
Okay. I'm thinking both. So, sold! Kind king, you simp. No, I think it looks really good.
I'm once again curious if it's actually a Metroidvania.
Probably not.
As I
but
am with everything.
I think Phaserman said he picked this
Oh, it
up,
didn't
so
work.
you might be able to ask him.
So were the so was it comparing the two versions of the soundtrack where one is NES and one is SNES?
Yep. There is a demo.
Yeah, free demo on Steam. Love when games have free
Transiruby.
demos.
Let's check responses. Metroidvania, great Metroidvania. I don't trust any of you because you're not Professor Q. Metroidvania.
We didn't see any map shots.
No, a lot of people are just saying Metroidvania, but you know, I can't trust anyone.
Do
Unless
not
it's
trust
me.
anyone. Play the demo and see if there's a map.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, I mean, yeah, it looks
We
good.
have another one.
Gameplay seems fine. Wait, we have another one.
We have another one. Okay, question. How many more do we got? Oh no!
We have another one.
Oh
It's just an
no!
autoplay.
It's an autoplay. Okay. Okay, we don't have another one.
Do we want to see what's on the autoplay? Just
No,
see what the algorithm has
dude,
graced
it
us
is
with?
10:40.
Come on, hit it. Just one more. We gotta see. We just gotta look at it.
It's 31 minutes!
Oh, okay.
No!
Maybe we should.
We can just watch
No!
the beginning.
Excuse me, no, we're gonna go back to the trailers. We're gonna go back to Have a Nice Death.
Oh yeah, that's not a Metroidvania.
We don't know yet!
No, One Step from Eden, the thing that came
Oh,
up.
okay, I was
The
gonna
card
say.
game.
I was just gonna say, are
Or
you
deck builder.
criticizing the game? We haven't even seen much gameplay yet. I do like that one.
So, what do you think? What are you most excited for out of what you've seen?
Honestly, probably Itorah. And, that was it.
I had
Actually,
kind of.
Overlord, too, a little bit.
I had pretty lukewarm thoughts about almost everything. Have a Nice Death looks good.
You're not
The,
even gonna try Medium-Naut?
Transiruby, Medium-Naut was also lukewarm.
But Lana, it might have puzzles.
Why do you do this to me?
Because you're a simp for Lana.
Yeah, Itorah did look good,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop.
and a bit different from the rest of them, I suppose.
A lot of them
Overall,
are
I mean,
pretty early, so it's kind of hard to make a determination.
Mhm.
yeah, and also
Oh,
just
shit.
me feeling that the trailer didn't provide
This has a little mini
enough
map
for
I
me
never
to make a
noticed.
decision.
Did you guys notice the mini map in this game? 'Cause I
Of
sure as
course.
fuck I did not.
Oh, no, I guess I didn't.
I did not. I also see that there's a timer there. Wonder
Oh, you're right.
what that's for. It wasn't supposed to have
But
been
it's
left
going
in
up, so I'm guessing it's playtime?
Probably.
there. You'd think so.
Maybe it's a speedrun mode.
Yeah, could be. But yeah. Any closing thoughts? Comments, questions, concerns, boobs? Got a lot of games with boobs.
Yep.
Come on.
What?
Not really.
Don't come on me! Look
This
at
one
her!
probably has the most boobs.
This game does have the most boobs. We gotta make this the thumbnail, obviously, to get in the clickbait.
I don't know. There might be some other good thumbnails in the footage we've seen.
See, we already got one!
I click on that.
Have you clicked on our other ones with the nice Gorgon ass? We have a lot of asses. Ew.
Apparently we're an ass channel.
We are an ass channel. Cultured channel. Oh, the statue, yeah. And then the one before that. There's another one with ass.
Fruit. The one that we, for the last trailers.
Yep. Yeah, with the Titan is one or whatever.
Yeah, still, you should never make any assumptions about a video from its thumbnail.
Boo! Boo! Get off the stage!
Okay, I'll leave.
Hey, I mean, if you want to do a tit for tat, I'm fine with doing that, but...
But you see, we should all be leaving because
Great podcast, guys.
yeah, it's over now.
Alright, have a nice night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.